Who to trust when investing. This is a crucial topic to cover because it can be really tricky on figuring out who you should be trusting when you are investing your hard-earned money. In today's video, I'm going to go over the key factors you want to consider and provide you with valuable insight that will help you make a better decision on who to trust when you are investing your money. I am Tiffany Thomas, your wealth mentor. I achieved financial freedom in my 30s and became a millionaire at 40. I'm here to help you do that even earlier and easier. So let's dive right in. Your financial future is definitely too important to just leave to chance or to work with someone that you don't actually trust. So let's go over these items to consider when you are trying to figure out who to trust when you want to invest that money that you have worked so hard for. Because of course, when you are talking to different people, when you are looking to make different investments, they are usually going to recommend things that are going to make themselves money, depending on if they work for a certain company. For example, life insurance salesmen want you to buy life insurance because that's what they are selling. And if there is someone that is working at Ameriprise, for example, then they are going to want you to invest in their funds at their company because that's going to make them money. So when we are considering where to invest our money and what to invest our money in, we need to talk to people that we can actually trust. And for me personally, what I have done is talk to people that are in the place where I want to be. And I didn't always do this. I want to share a personal example with you. When I had my 9-to-5 job and a new 401k rep came in and he explained the different funds that we could invest in the 401k, of course I got my 401k set up and I met with him and asked him what I should be investing in and told him that I had extra money I wanted to invest and asked him what I should be investing in. So of course he wanted me to set up accounts with him, and then he also recommended life insurance, and it was a whole life insurance policy, which I have since learned that that is not a good life insurance policy to have, and I actually go over this in more detail in another video. I will leave a link above. You can check that out later on. But nonetheless, I trusted him, even though I didn't really know him. He was just the 401k rep, and he seemed to be knowledgeable. I went ahead and set up that life insurance policy. And then when I started doing research on my own and figuring out that I could invest on my own, I ended up getting rid of the accounts I had with the 401k rep. Of course, I kept my 401k through my work, but the extra accounts that I set up, I ended up switching those over to Vanguard so that I could manage them myself, and I ended up canceling that whole life insurance policy. So I lost thousands of dollars, but if I would have kept that policy, I would have lost even more thousands and thousands of dollars. And honestly, I should have been asking someone different, someone that didn't have involvement with that company, because I would have gotten a very different response. So now my policy is to definitely invest in things that I understand and not invest in things that I do not understand. I did not understand the whole life insurance policy. There were a lot of documents that came with that policy and it was very confusing. So I learned my lesson. I only invest in things that I understand. And now I look for people that have achieved what I wanted to achieve. For example, one of my friends is very successful with real estate investing. So I went to him and asked him questions about real estate investing. He is not a real estate agent or broker. He doesn't work for a mortgage firm. He just invests on his own. So he's not getting any sort of kickback by me choosing to invest in things that he is recommending. And that's another point that I want to bring up. I'm not going to talk to a real estate agent and ask if I should invest in real estate, because they want me to invest in real estate and use them as their agent so that they can make money. I'm going to stick with those that actually are investing in real estate and don't have an ulterior motive. I also talked to one of my previous bosses who also invests in real estate and does really well with that. I got advice from him. I had a personal relationship with him, so I felt like I could trust him, and he didn't work for a third party, so he wasn't going to try to persuade me to invest in something that wasn't going to be the best for me. And of course, when we are looking for a certain type of investment, it can be tricky to find people that don't have an ulterior motive or that aren't going to make money by suggesting a certain investment for you. But that's why we want to do our research beforehand and try to find people that are where we want to be, that have invested in certain things that we are considering without them having some sort of affiliation to what we are looking to invest in. And that is one of the reasons that I started my own business, is so that I could help educate people on these different types of topics. I have experience in investing in the stock market and in real estate, and the mistake of buying the whole life insurance policy. Since it's my own company, I'm not incentivized to recommend things that aren't going to be the best for that certain person. And if you are thinking, I really would like to retire one day, and I know I need to be investing in the stock market, and I want to get started with that or be better at that, I have a free masterclass where I go over how I can help you invest in the stock market. I will leave a link below in the description. You can click on that and check out the free masterclass. So for me now, I try to find people, whether it is on YouTube or even in real life, that have made the investments that I want to make, that have become a millionaire or become financially free when I was wanting to do those things, but that don't have that incentive for me to invest in something that isn't going to be the best for me. I look for people that have a good reputation, that I get a good vibe from. There's just some people that I talk to and I think, you're just being so salesy, or I just kind of get this icky feeling. And when I get those feelings, then I have learned to trust myself. So that is another thing that we can do. Listen to our own intuition. If we are getting those feelings of, this doesn't really sound right, then we need to listen to that. And we can either do more research, we can ask someone else about whatever it is we're getting advice on, and then we can move forward from there. And honestly, I think that is one of the biggest things that we can do, is to listen to our own intuition. That is going to give us a lot of guidance, whether we realize that or not. And I'm sure you can think of an example where you didn't feel good about a certain decision, but you made that decision anyway, and then you ended up regretting it later on and wishing that you listened to that feeling that you were getting. And of course, we can get referrals from other people about someone else that we are considering working with. But again, we want to pay attention who we are getting those referrals from. Are they where we want to be? Did they have success with that person? Going back to what I mentioned in the beginning, we don't want to be asking a life insurance salesman if we should be buying life insurance, because that's what they are selling. We want to do our own research, and we can ask other people that have already invested in life insurance how their experience has been. And we also want to make sure when we are asking those people if they actually fully understood what they were investing in, or if they just kind of invested blindly, like I did when I was asking my 401k rep about life insurance. So let's just be a little smarter on who we are trusting, who we are getting advice from, and we are going to be a lot more successful if we do that. Comment below and tell me if you've ever made the mistake of trusting someone when you knew that you shouldn't have. I'm curious to know. And if you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and share it with someone else who would like to hear this information. And hit the subscribe button to subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hit the little bell to get notified on when I post new videos. And if you want to see even more amazing content from me, make sure and check out the videos on the side of the screen. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.